Hey y'all, I'm back with another video, y'all. I wanted to talk to y'all because I missed y'all. So anyway, I had some things I wanted to talk to y'all about while I'm on my way to work. So I said, let me check in with y'all because somebody told me like I need to check in with y'all all the time, like no matter what. Check in. So here I am, grown folk conversation to check in with y'all because my day is going okay. I've been thinking about my brother a lot lately, y'all. And thinking about siblings all in it, just period. But I'm thinking about my brother today because I'm always thinking about him all the time. My brother passed away 3 years ago of sleep apnea. It was a shock to me and my mom. It's still a shock to me right now. But every day, like, I be doing a lot of praying all the time, y'all, to keep my head together. And then I always got great people to give me conversation and love and talk to me and all of that. So I'm always like surrounded in love. I always try to do that with myself to keep my spirit up, y'all, because that's how I move. So anyway, I was thinking about all this funny stuff that used to happen between me and my brother because, listen, like I told y'all one time in the story about how when I was about to get a whooping when I was 16, my last whooping at that, y'all, because I don't know how I wasn't going to tell her I wasn't standing for it no more. I just wasn't going to stand for it no more. I don't know how I was going to tell her, but I wasn't going to stand for it no more. I just don't know how I was going to say it, right? Or what I was going to do. But anyway, because I tried to follow all the rules. Remember I told y'all that. So anyway, y'all, about my brother, right? We used to fight all the time, every day, about everything. Oh my goodness, it was crazy because I don't even know why we would fight, because my brother, he just was like a real laid back kind of person. He always was like cool, and so he ain't never want to stand for my like hypeness. Like, girl, sit down. That's how he kind of was mostly. But we used to have all this fun. Like, it was just crazy because growing up we used to have all this fun. Like, I used to steal from my brother, y'all. No, listen. We used to go to Pathmark when I was a kid, y'all, right? We used to go to Pathmark, this supermarket down South Philly. And we used to go to the one, it's like where Ford Road, like the Simpson House and Belmont Plant, whatever like that. So, right, we used to go to Pathmark all the time. And as soon as we used to get in there, my mom used to let us like walk in certain places and get stuff for her. But we gotta walk right back. Now, sometimes when we was going in there, they had this candy section, y'all. Like, they used to have these little like I don't know, they was like little flaps and something with all this candy, and they had cherry balls, peppermints. My brother wanted the cherry balls, that's how I know, and I was allergic to candy back then, so I couldn't get candy like that. But they used to have all types of candy, like these marshmallow looking candies, them caramel things with the white in the middle, all this stuff. And so when we would go walking to get the stuff my mom told us to get, we'd walk past the candy, and then my brother tell me to still like, Audrey, give me some candy. So I put the candy in my pockets, and then so we could be down with each other for a little bit, because I just wanted to be down with my brother all the time, y'all. I told y'all I used to love my brother so much. I used to be wanting to be down with him, but it was too hard trying to be down with him, so I used to just didn't care and kept on arguing with him all the time. And I used to tell him, but he never used to tell on me. Like, they used to take up for me, but he used to just like, I don't know, like one time, y'all, I wound up calling my mom because I told y'all we was latchkey, and my brother, he was like a chef. Like, he could cook anything. Like, he used to be in there. One time he had made us Thanksgiving dinner and all this, because back then it really wasn't no internet like that. So my brother, he found this out in like cookbooks. He was making Cornish hens one time. I didn't even know what a Cornish hen was, but he sure had my mom going to the market buying this stuff so that he can make it, right? So let me tell y'all a story. So one time, y'all, right, because I told y'all we was latchkey and my mom, when she go to the supermarket, my brother, he would cook food or whatever in the daytime. It's like, say it's the summertime, because it's really like the summertime. And we used to live down South Philly for a couple years in the summer. I mean, not in the summer, but a couple years after we had, my whole existence go like this, y'all. Sorry to go back and front and back, but I'm from the bottom. Then, like, when I was, like, in the 3rd grade, like, 3rd to 5th grade, we had moved down South Philly. But then by the end of 5th grade, we was back down the bottom. And I was back down the bottom from 5th to 12th grade. So, anyway, y'all, back to the story. We had to stay home all summer because my mom ain't want to send us to camp no more because camp was getting too expensive. She ain't feel like paying for it. So, my brother gonna make this banging sandwiches. He made 2 sandwiches, and usually my brother cook for me every day. But this one day, he gonna make these sandwiches, y'all. They was bumping. This is how I'm about to tell you exactly how the sandwich was. He had the hot link sausages, the ones with they was beef, and he used to slice it down the middle when he fried it on the pan on both sides, right, y'all? And I couldn't never cook for a long time, but look. So he would make the eggs. Sometimes he scrambled them, but with these sandwiches, it was the fried eggs. So he'd fry it right to the middle, get right, because I was real particular as a kid. Like my middle egg, like the middle of my fried egg couldn't be like that light yellow. It have to be fluffy, like light yellow. It can't be like that little lime green looking like it's any type of, it have to be cooked. They have to look like it's cooked the whole way through, y'all, right? So he had that he had cheese. Oh yeah, 1 joint of cheese. Then he toasted the bread. He had the bread toasted. Then after he had the bread toasted, he had jelly and butter on the bread, y'all. He had the 2 sandwiches on the counter. So I'm coming in the kitchen and I'm about to get a sandwich. I ain't even know if I spoke to him or nothing. I was just about to go get the sandwich, right? So I'm about to get the sandwich because, again, we always was arguing about everything, but he knew he better cook for me. So now, I go pick up the sandwich. He like, what is you doing? I'm like, what? Give me one. I didn't even ask, y'all. That's so trite. That's how it start. What? Give me one. Yo, brother, I miss you. You know I ain't lying. I really used to get my brother nerves, yo. He love me. So anyway, so I'm like, what? Give me one. He like, you not getting one. You better cook your own. Y'all, when I looked over at the stove, not even stove, at the kitchen, he made this great meal, but he did not clean up the kitchen at all. And me and my mom is like neat, clean freaks, because my mom is a clean freak. And so she just clean freaked me out. Y'all, I told you what I had to do to get outside about to clean the bathroom. And I'm going to tell you another trick about my brother. All these tricks he used to play on me, y'all. About basically, in order for me to even get outside, to even call her phone to be asking, can I go anywhere, which had a location, a time, a place, who I'm going to be with, all that. She wasn't going for none of that, y'all. So anyway, yeah, latchkey or not, she was running her home from her job with like an iron fist. So anyway, y'all. So I look over at the kitchen, it's all dirty, and he like, you better make yourself something to eat. I'm like, make myself, Kevin, I can't make none myself. Look at all this. And I'm starving because the sandwich looks so good and they smell so good. Oh my goodness. He like, no, you ain't getting nothing. I'm like, what you mean I'm not getting nothing? So now I'm calling my mom. I go snatch the phone because this back in the day, I told y'all this is the 90s. So I had to go, it was a kitchen like on our phone, like up against the wall. So I had went, snatched the phone off the wall, called my mom at work, because we even knew not to call my mom at work with nothing dumb. Oh no, but it's on now. Mom, can I speak to you? Well, I wasn't, my mom had her own phone line, y'all, at her little desk, cubicle thing, or whatever, because she used to get to take us to work back in the day and all that. So look, y'all. So I called my mom like, yeah, Mom, Kevin over here making all these sandwiches, all this food, and he don't want to give me that. She like, my mom at work, yo, she used to really be at work. She's like, hold up, I can't get it out. Because my mom is so funny. She was like, put Kevin on the phone. I can't even get it out. Because she was dead serious. She wouldn't even raise her tone. I'm calling her just like how I'm kind of like explaining to y'all now, but I was snapping. Because I was starving. He came right at me like, you ain't getting nothing. And it probably, because I don't even know if it was because I ain't asking. Because we wasn't like that. We didn't even care about stuff like that. We used to love each other so much that even if we argued all the time, it still didn't matter. Because all we do is love each other. So it don't matter. But anyway, I'm like, yeah, Mom, she's like, put Kevin on the phone. Now, I couldn't really tell if she was mad at him or not, because he wasn't never getting in trouble for nothing. That'd be the problem. And I wasn't trying to tell always, but some of this stuff I had to snitch, Kevin, because you tripping. Well, I couldn't eat. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, Mom, oh wait, so she's like, put Kevin on the phone. So I see my brother, I'm standing right there because I'm like, she better make sure I eat, right? So she like, I don't know what she said. I could hear him like, no, she need to learn how to cook. This, that, and the third. This, my brother saying that to mom. No. So what, Mom? She need to know how to cook. And my mom, I don't know what she was saying to him, but I know that I was going to get that sandwich because my mom don't play. So anyway, Kevin looked at me with anger and disgust. He gave me the sandwich. He was mad. He probably wanted to cut a piece, but I can't really really say that part. But he had to give me a sandwich, and it was what it was. But I always was telling on him. But he used to work me too, y'all. Let me tell y'all. So now, right, my mom had this phrase about the dishes, and I told y'all my job was to clean the kitchen. I got my Condoleezza Rice going. Go here, Orange. So anyway, so my mom had this phrase. She would be like, before you walk out that house, that bathroom better be clean, and when I come in for work, them dishes better be washed, dry, and put away. Wash, dry, and put away. That's just how it used to go. That's how her whole statement used to go. So now, this was my brother's job to wash the dishes. I had to dry them and put them away, and the dish rag dried them. So I had to just make sure they was dried and put away. But if the dish rag don't dry them, then I gotta just stand there with the towel and dry them and put them away once he wash them. So, this is how my brother used to work me. So I'm always itching to get outside, and at a certain point, he didn't really care to go outside because he had his little ratcheties coming over the house. Not all of them wasn't ratchet. Some of them was all right. But, listen, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Lord have mercy. No disrespect to y'all ladies down the bottom, but sheesh. One of y'all joints wasn't smelling right when I came in the house, and it was a girl that used to roll her eyes too. And I had kept that like, sis, you ever roll your eyes at me? I'm telling people it was winging when I came in the house. And my brother, I was like, Kevin, she don't even like me. He was like, shut up. He always would tell me to shut up. I told you that all the time. No, but anyway, back to the story. Yeah, Kevin, he had his little ratchets coming over, and they was, one of them, she wasn't. So when she left, and I know my brother wasn't right, but the fact that it was a mixed not right smell. But anyway, y'all, so this how he used to get me. So now if I want to go outside and it's like 3:30 or something, at 4 o'clock, I'm done my homework, I done all my little stuff I gotta do. I told you that bathroom was clean and my room was done. I mean, the homework was done, so I'm out. But the kitchen not clean. So I go to my brother. Here we go about to argue again. Because we gonna argue. One thing we gonna do is argue. So I'm like, Kevin, when you gonna wash the dishes? He like, when I feel like it. I'm like, you know they gotta be done before my mommy get home at 5 o'clock, Kevin. He already knew this, but he didn't even want to hear me say this, so he about to set me up, y'all. So he like, well, I don't know what you're gonna do because I'm not doing them until I feel like it. I'm like, Kevin, you know I gotta dry the dishes and all that before I could go outside. So he like, oh well. I'm like, so anyway, now he done set me up, so I gotta wash the dishes. So I will wash all the dishes, dry them and put them away. Now I gotta do all my work and his work just to get outside. I mean, the disrespect was real. But my brother loved me, y'all, because he took up for me one time when my mom was about to beat me. And he always was taking up for me and making sure, like, sometimes he would let me stay outside later because my mom was a hustler, y'all. She used to have all these hustles. And one of them, I'm not sure if she want me to tell y'all. She wasn't, like, outside doing nothing bad, y'all. But still, I don't know if she want me to tell y'all this one hustle that she had. So, when she had this hustle, she would be away from the house for a couple, like, sometimes we'll be overnight. Like, but we was, like, maybe, like, 14 and 16 at the time. So, we 14 and 16 around this fighting time. It's 15 and 17 at the time. Stuff like that. When we at that age, she outside, George. I told you I was on that vacation. Well, boyfriend, I don't care, Mom. I'm 40 now. You was on a vacation with your boyfriend when I was outside fighting, and when I went at the pen relay. She already know this though. Anyway, she know I love it though. So now, anyway, y'all. So as far as the thing with my brother, he set me up, but he used to let me go outside, right? Because I had a curfew. But when my brother was home and my mom was away, I used to ask Kevin, my brother, like, can I stay out a little longer? And he used to be like, all right, but you better clean the house. You better be here at this time, and you better, like, whatever he told me I better do, I would do it. And it would just be like clean up for him, do all his cleanup, and make sure I'm on time and be where I say I'm going to be. Because my brother knew, like I told y'all, it was off with his head if he didn't know I was and making sure I was safe. Like, it wasn't no, my mom was going to end him. Sorry, but listen, she wasn't going for it. And my job was to make sure that I'm telling my brother the truth and that I'm where I'm saying I'm going to be and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so neither one of us is getting hurt, because this lady was loco. And so praise God for the loco woman in my life keeping me safe. But praise God for my brother too. I miss him real bad, y'all. I got so many more stories to say about him, but I can't really think of any because I'm driving to work, y'all. But y'all know what's up. Like, comment, and subscribe.